Emmy-winning actress Marlo Thomas is in a new play, which you've seen.
And YouTube sensation Tyler Oakley
All right,
is with
we're
us.
going to scare up some Hollywood or Halloween gadget fun.
And Ryan Scott's going to cook. A lot happening.
Bye-bye.
When news breaks,
Out of the horror committed on the campus behind us, remarkable stories of those who survived.
he gets to the heart of the story.
Unprecedented flooding here in South Carolina. This was all water.
It was terrifying.
NBC Nightly News with Lester Holt. Wednesday, the suspect that will bring her to an impossible choice.
My sister is a fugitive. They're gonna find you.
Tell us where she is right now.
Virginia Madsen guest stars in an all-new SVU. Wednesday on NBC and get the NBC app. When he lost his true love,
Juliet!
all that was left was fury.
He's grasping at whatever straw he can find. You have to take some time.
Are you suspending me? You can't be part of this. Nick is going off the deep end.
Whatever he's doing on his own.
We're running out of time.
For what?
Your one chance to get the answers.
Grimm return.
I felt a lot of comfort knowing that I could focus on healing myself and getting back to work and back to my life while someone else was advocating for me. When my colleague said that his mother had actually used Craig Goldenfarb's office, well, I'll give it a try, and I'm very happy that I did. They worked so hard on my behalf.
Nothing makes me more proud than to be recommended by a grateful client. Call a lawyer you can trust. Call me, Attorney Craig Goldenfarb.
Do you have loose or missing teeth? Do you cover your mouth when you laugh? Appearance Implants of Jupiter can give you the smile you've always wanted. Call now to schedule your free implant consultation. We have helped thousands of people like you feel confident and secure. And with fees this low, you'll have lots to smile about. Why wait any longer to have the smile you've always wanted? Call now to schedule your free implant consultation. Appearance Implants of Jupiter. Quality dentistry at affordable prices.
When you commit to South University, we commit to you. When you answer the call to ministry, we deliver coursework that guides you down the right path. When you devote yourself to a higher calling, we help you succeed on your terms. When you decide to turn your spirituality into ministry, we're here for you. When you invest in your future, we make your time worth it. For information about ministry or other programs, call South University or visit us online. We're ready for you.
Hello, Jupiter Tequesta? I need some help with my electrical.
Quick, efficient home repair is reason to celebrate.
How do you cure a case of the Mondays? With a hot Monday filled with juicy hot topics. Plus, from Love and Hip Hop Hollywood, Miles and Milan.
Today at 3 on WPTV News Channel 5.
Time and temperature from TD Bank.
Live, local from WPTV. This is Today on 5 at 11. Local coverage you can count on.
Good morning. Welcome to Today on 5 at 11. Monday morning, getting the week underway. Pretty good weekend, I hope.
Yeah, a little windy, but very nice.
Oh, hasn't that wind changed? It is just a brutal wind out there this morning. We've got a show that is jam-packed with a lot of information for you today. In addition to all the news you need, already it's the third Monday of the month. It's going to be Halloween in a couple weeks.
Before you know it.
I know. We're talking healthy, wealthy, and wise once again. Chef David Pantone, Dave Wentley, and Terry Lyles are back in the studio.
We've also got a fitness expert in the studio, and we're answering the questions you want to know about. How to drop those unwanted pounds and tone up that body. And you can do it right from home.
And that's key. And you'll get a real workout. And Dara's going to show us how to get going and get working out when you can't get out of the house. And as we were just mentioning, weather is a big deal today. Take a look at the camera from Jupiter at the lighthouse. How's it shaking? But you know what? I'll take what's on the left, definitely.
Yeah. And the camera in New York. Look at that on the right. Ouch.
Yeah, snow already.
Upstate.
In fact, Dara, our fitness expert, just came back from New York, and I think it was pretty cold, wasn't it? Yeah, really cold when she was in New York. Already seeing snow. My sister had rain and some ice in Pennsylvania over the weekend.
Wow. And all we had was blustery wind.
Yeah.
And Glenn, that's wreaking havoc on the coastline.
It really is. And it's rough all over. I mean, you don't have to be near the water today to experience the winds. As far inland as our viewing area goes, over to Lake Okeechobee today, it's very windy. We've got palm fronds to deal with and blowing debris and people with allergies and stuff blowing all around. Here's a quick look at the Sebastian Inlet split camera this morning, and you can see the cameras, well, pretty dirty from all the salt and everything blowing, all the spray blowing up on the camera, but certainly you can see the big waves there, and that's what we're going to see throughout the day today. We've got wind gusts coming in right now at about 21 miles per hour just north of Vero Beach there. We have wind gusts about 20 miles per hour in West Palm. And we're going to see that throughout the day. 20 to 30 mile per hour winds, gusting over 30 miles per hour. Beach erosion, rough surf, and guess what? We're going to see some pretty gusty winds throughout the week, and it might pick up again as we head toward next weekend. We're going to talk all about what you can expect and chances for rain coming up.
Glenn, thank you. Developing now, police in Bradenton say they've recovered the body of who they believe to be a missing 11-year-old girl, Janiyah Thomas. Police say the girl's body was found in a freezer at a family member's house. Her mother is in jail this morning. She was in court last Friday. She was ordered to turn over 4 of her 5 kids. She would not answer questions about where the little girl was. Police believe the girl hasn't been seen since August of last year.
And this morning, a Palm Beach Gardens police officer is on paid administrative leave after he shot and killed a man on I-95 early yesterday morning. But as News Channel 5's Christina Noche reports, police have still not said what led up to this shooting.
31-year-old Corey Jones's family says that he had called in the early morning hours of Sunday morning to say that his car broke down on the side of I-95 and that he needed a tow truck. We also know from the family that PBSO came to the house later that afternoon saying Jones had been shot by a police officer. But the family says they did not offer any further details or explanation as to what led to the shooting. Well, today we are expected to learn more information about this. If you take a look at this picture, this is a picture of Corey Jones. Again, his brother telling us that he had called him to say that he was stranded on an off-ramp on southbound I-95 early Sunday morning. We also know that hours later, PBSO coming to the house to say that a Palm Beach Gardens officer had shot Jones. Family members say Jones is a drummer in the area who plays for various bands and church events. The family says police haven't given them any other information and they just want to know what happened. We do know that right now PBSO and the state attorney's office are working together to investigate and figure out if this shooting was justified. For now, that officer is on paid administrative leave. Reporting in West Palm Beach, Christina Noche, WPTV News Channel 5.
A normally fun event in Fort Myers turned deadly over the weekend. It's an annual event called ZombieCon. It draws thousands of people. They dress up as zombies, and just before it ended Saturday night, someone started shooting. 20-year-old Expavius Tyrell Taylor of Okeechobee was killed. 5 other people were hurt. This morning, the gunman in that shooting is still at large.
A Fort Pierce couple is charged with child neglect. This after a DCF investigation proved that they were not caring for their kids. Joseph and Edna Gore were arrested at their home last week. Their 3 kids, ages 3 to 9, smelled of urine and feces. Their home had no food and it was covered in filth. The Gore parents could not provide information on why they were living in these conditions. This morning, a Florida Highway Patrol trooper is recovering in the hospital after being struck by a car along Florida's Turnpike in Palm Beach Gardens. Trooper Mac Mickens was walking back to his patrol car just north of the PGA Boulevard exit following a traffic stop when he was hit. Rubelzi Cano Castillo of Jupiter veered off the turnpike for an unknown reason. Trooper Mickens was thrown several feet into the air. He is expected to be okay.
I'm Chris Stewart, live in the newsroom. We could be close to finding out whether Vice President Joe Biden will run for the White House. NBC News is citing sources saying a decision could come in the next 48 hours. Over the weekend, Biden reportedly talked to big political stakeholders, reaching out to Democratic strategists about how to launch a 2016 bid. Sources say Biden also spoke with the head of the International Association of Firefighters on Friday. That is a union that carries a very powerful endorsement. NBC News says Biden reportedly has said that he knows he can get the political pieces in place, but he just needs to come to a decision. John?
All right, Chris. Democratic presidential candidate Hillary Clinton, meanwhile, is not campaigning today. Instead, she's preparing for Thursday's Benghazi hearing on Capitol Hill. Meanwhile, Republican presidential candidates Donald Trump and Jeb Bush are exchanging insults over the 9/11 attack. 6 members of a crowded Republican field spoke yesterday at a Baptist church in North Texas.
Residents of a Jupiter mobile home community are fighting to stay right where they are. They're being forced to leave now that a developer plans to build a hotel on the property. Dozens of SUNY Sands residents packed the clubhouse yesterday. Organizers say a new development would threaten the nearby estuary and force 60 families to leave.
These people are being asked to give up all they have, and many of them don't have great reserves, great resources. It's not like they're just going to go and buy another home.
Some remaining residents agreed to a $1,000 payout from the developer to move. Organizers say the fight is about preserving the character of their community. This park was established in 1949.
NPR is staying in Palm Beach County. A Miami-based public radio station has struck a deal with the new owner of WPBI-FM to broadcast NPR content on 101.9 FM. The new station will begin next month. The new deal follows the sale of WPBI-FM to Educational Media Foundation. That's a Christian music broadcaster based in California. The Federal Communications Commission still hasn't approved the sale, but EMF already has begun broadcasting Christian music on 90.7.
Coming up, a Southwest Airlines flight had to make an emergency landing overnight. The reason behind the argument, two passengers, not just two passengers, they knew each other, started fighting.
Plus, where you can get free testing for HIV and STDs today. Don't go anywhere. You're watching Today on 5 at 11. We're coming right back.
Car accident?
People are talking about Steinger is going green.
After Maritza's accident, they got her $94,000.
Check this out. Steinger is going green got Rod $900,000.
Talk about getting paid.
800-561-1111. Are you having trouble understanding speech in noisy settings like busy restaurants? Do you often have to turn up the TV in order to hear it? If so, you may be eligible to take part in a new program from Zounds Hearing called the 7-Day Challenge. Zounds Hearing is seeking 100 people with hearing problems to evaluate a revolutionary state-of-the-art hearing aid. Please get a pencil now. To take part in this special event, you must call the number listed below to be connected to your local Zounds Hearing location. Zounds Hearing is seeking 100 people with hearing problems to evaluate a state-of-the-art hearing aid that eliminates up to 90% of unwanted noise. This breakthrough product is only available at Zounds Hearing and is 100% rechargeable. You'll never change batteries again. Consultations provided at no charge. Call the number listed below now for details.
There is really only one boy, one girl, one forest, one deep dancing ocean, one handful of sand through our fingers, one endless sky, and one simple way to care for it all. Visit earthshare.org. Learn how the world's leading environmental groups are working together under one name, EarthShare. Cersei, Denny, Scarola, Barnhart, and Chipley, attorneys at law, taking time to care.
Well, if it isn't the belle of the ball.
Gentlemen, you look well.
What's new, Flo?
Well, a Name Your Price tool went missing last week.
Name your what now?
It gives you coverage options based on your budget. I just hope whoever stole it knows that it only works at Progressive.com.
So you can't use it to just buy stuff? I'm sorry, Gustav. We have to go back to the pet store. He's gonna meet us there.
The Name Your Price tool, still only at Progressive.com.
Car accident?
People are talking about Steinger is going green.
When Deborah was injured in a car accident, the other driver refused to admit fault.
So Deborah called Steinger is going green.
They got the truth.
And Deborah got the cash. $1 million.
800-561-1111.
So, developing story now, a Southwest Airlines flight from San Diego heading to Chicago last night had to make an emergency landing. Police say a fight broke out on board among a group of passengers who were traveling together. The emergency landing was in Amarillo. Police say 6 passengers were left there, and the Today Show this morning reported that 2 of the passengers were involved in a fight over a seat being reclined.
Remember this scene last week? This is just north of Los Angeles. Most of it is now cleared up. Crews in Southern California have pulled dozens of stranded cars and trucks free and reopened some roads that were buried in tons of mud during last week's flash flooding. Authorities are hoping to reopen both lanes of State Route 58 by the end of this week. Today, First Lady Michelle Obama will unveil a new website. This is part of her initiative encouraging students to continue education after high school. The First Lady's aides say BetterMakeRoom.org will be a place where students ages 14 through 19 can access information on signing up for the SAT and ACT exams, filling out federal financial aid forms, and visiting college campuses. Mrs. Obama plans to announce the website today at the White House.
Also today, drone operators will find out more about rules to register their aircraft. Transportation Secretary and the head of the FAA will share details during an announcement at the Department of Transportation. NBC News has learned that this plan will require anyone buying this unmanned aircraft to register with the device with the DOT. They have to register it with the DOT if you get a drone. That's the new rule that we're hearing is going to come out today. It stems from concern over recent close calls between drones and commercial airliners.
Open enrollment for health care begins next month, and this year you want to make sure you're insured. The penalty for not signing up has increased. The federal penalty for having no health insurance is set to jump to $695. Health overhaul supporters say highlighting the increase in the penalty could help drive the latest sign-up pitch.
There will be free HIV and STD testing today. It's the first of 3 testing days put on by the State Department of Health. Today's testing is from 9 this morning until this afternoon in Stewart. So it's already underway, and it's right there on your screen where it is on Willoughby. The next one is Wednesday at the same time in Hobe Sound. The final free testing for HIV and STDs will be October 27th, and that's in Indiantown. A college student is getting noticed for inventing something to help people who are suffering from night terrors.
His inspiration, his own father, who struggled with the terrors as an Iraq War veteran. Renee Tessman has their story.
He walks alongside his dad now, but McAllister College senior Tyler Skluzacek knows what it's like to walk without him. When Tyler was in 6th grade, Sergeant First Class Patrick Skluzacek spent a year in Iraq. It had a huge impact.
Your dad just disappearing for a year and coming back a little bit different, and seeing his army buddies and them coming back a little bit different too. I have a real personal connection to the PTSD problem.
His dad now has night terrors.
At 3 in the morning, all of a sudden, bam, I'm startled awake.
Tyler wanted to help, so he entered a computer programming contest called Hack DC last month. In 36 hours, he and his team wrote code and created a smartwatch app called My Bivy, short for Bivouac, a place to sleep.
Or try to create something that'll help him sleep better. That's what it's all about.
The app tracks heart rate and movement. The goal is to predict and prevent night terrors.
After a couple weeks of tracking the soldier, we can find the exact symptoms of the onset of the panic attack and try to use the watch or use their Android phone to disrupt that in order to take them out of the deep sleep but keep them asleep.
The My Bivy app earned Tyler and his team top prize, Best PTSD Mobile App for Clinicians.
I'm very proud of him, yeah.
It has yet to go through clinical trials, but Tyler wants it on every veteran's wrist.
My team and I kind of have a saying right now that we won't sleep until the veterans can.
I like that saying, yeah.
What a way to help all these people who have worked so hard for our country to overcome some of these things. I was...
You're thinking about windy.
I'm thinking about how windy it is. Let's get over to Glenn. Is this going to last out the week, Glenn?
Well, yeah, we've got a couple things that are going to happen here that are going to keep it breezy to windy through the entire weekend, even into next weekend. I'll show you in just a moment. But here are our weather headlines. Peak winds today, at least for the time being. Fast-moving rainfall. We've got some of that in the forecast. And getting windy again. Here's a look at what's happening right now. There's a look at our Peanut Island, Singer Island camera, and you can see it just bouncing all over the place. There's plenty of cloud cover around for parts of the area. Northern parts of our area are seeing a little bit of sunshine so far this morning. Temperatures warming up to around 80 where there's more sunshine, like in Vero Beach, 76 Fort Pierce, 75 in Okeechobee, although we started the day at 63 degrees in Okeechobee, where there wasn't much wind, had some clearer skies, and a lot of the heat just escaped up into space overnight and allowed things to cool down. 79 degrees Boynton Beach and 78 in West Palm. We've got 76 degrees right now in Jupiter Farms. So below average temperatures for this time of year. Our average highs are in the mid 80s, and we're normally at around at least 80 by now. but not heating up very quickly today. The winds coming in out of the northeast at about 20 to 30 miles per hour. And here's why. Got a leftover front down to our south, got low pressure in the Caribbean, high pressure to our north, and we're just sandwiched right in between all these things. And so the air is just funneling right through the high and low pressure right over South Florida. And that's why it's gotten so windy over the past couple days. Now, as we continue through the rest of the week, that high begins to move off to the east and it gets breezy. This is mainly Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, breezy with some gusts. But more high pressure starts to build into the north as we get to the end of the week, and it could get windy again as we head into next weekend. So kind of a repeat performance as we head into the weekend. Small craft advisory for boaters today. Seas 10 to 12 feet, could be up to 15-foot seas at times this afternoon. That's tremendous. And of course, don't go in the ocean. Too dangerous. Even walking along the beach is pretty risky right now. We're looking at 20% chance for rain today and tomorrow and Wednesday. About a 30% chance Thursday. It comes up a little bit. And then as we get into Friday and Saturday and Sunday, I think we're going to see a lot of sunshine. But once again, it could get very, very windy as we head into the weekend.
All right,
if it isn't already.
Is the weather word, yeah. 11, almost 11:18 on a Monday morning. Coming up next, we're helping you get fit. After the break, how you should structure your workouts and where you can buy affordable workout gear.
You can do it. Let's get outside one more time for another look at the morning here. It doesn't look too windy from our high five camera outside our studio, but take my word for it. Having been out in it today, it is extremely breezy. You will probably even want a jacket when you head out. You're watching Today on 5 at 11. Thank you for joining us this morning.
Sell your house as is to HomeVestors.
We called HomeVestors. They came out, looked at our home.
We pay cash, can close quickly, and pay typical closing costs.
There was just no stress.
Call HomeVestors today at 1-800-44-BUYER.
If you suspect nursing home abuse or neglect, call Gordon and Donner at 333-3333 or visit fortheinjured.com.
At the Indian River Press Journal, we cover local with the largest news gathering operation in Indian River County. Stories affecting your life right now and those shaping your future for tomorrow. The environment, education, crime and politics. Indian River County is growing, and so is the Indian River Press Journal. And TC Poem Social and the Press Journal is your guide to fun in and around Indian River County. Things to do, things to see, things to try. At the Press Journal and tcpoem.com, we cover your backyard every day. Where you live, where you work and play. The Press Journal and TC Poem, online and on time.
You are a hands-on caregiver who loves helping people get back on their feet. As a physical therapist assistant, you help patients recover from injury or illness. Kaiser University can prepare you to help patients improve their mobility and recover their ability to function, making a difference every day. Prepare for your new career now by calling Kaiser at 1-888-881-8111. That's 1-888-881-8111.
Reckless driving, drunk driving. It's a bad decision made by far too many drivers. At Kogan and DeSalvo, we make reckless and drunk drivers and their insurance companies take responsibility for these bad decisions. If you've been injured, call Kogan and DeSalvo now, 800-707-9111. The call is free.
Sell your house as is to HomeVestors.
We called HomeVestors. They came out, looked at our home.
We pay cash, can close quickly, and pay typical closing costs.
There was just no stress.
Call HomeVestors today at 1-800-44-BUYER.
News on WPTV is sponsored by Stanley Steamer.
Looking to drop some unwanted pounds, but you don't seem to have the time to get to the gym, or you've just got to be in the house because you're busy with kids in the house. If you can't get out of the house, but you want to get that workout in, we're telling you how to fit it all in during the day and get going at home with some equipment that you can use at home. Fitness expert and registered nurse Dara Carvalho from Ultima Fitness in Wellington joins me. Nice to have you with us, and you're very big on that it's not always about losing weight. It's about getting fit and just feeling a little bit better overall, right?
Right, exactly.
So where would we start with, you brought in a handful of things for us.
I did, yes.
All right, you want to pass them to me or just show us what you have, how we can get started?
Sure, well, I brought a few things. There's plenty more, but I figured we'll start with some basics. Right here I have a medicine ball. And you can do many exercises with the medicine ball, and they range in weight. So this is a 6-pound. And they can go up to, as high as you want to go. I wouldn't recommend going that high, but, especially starting low, 4 to 6 pounds. You can go 10, 15, 20 pounds. And these are really good for weight resistance and core.
Really? Okay. This is because there's a number of different things you can do with them, reaching up to slamming to like an ab workout.
Right, exactly. One-handed push-ups.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the old one-handed push-up. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. I'll take this off your hands while you show us the other things.
Okay. So then I brought some tubing. Now I brought green tubing. There's a variety of tubing. It would start with yellow would be the easiest, which would relate to about 3 to 6 pounds of resistance. Then you would have a green band, which is about 8 to 10 pounds of resistance. Then it would go to red, which is 12 to 14, and blue or purple, which would be 16. So it gives you kind of an idea of where to start. You might want to start at yellow and then progress your way up to green and then red and then blue or purple. And you can do a ton of exercises with these too. And the great thing now is that you can go online and you can even, Google it and find out what kind of exercise you can do at home. Take the bands with you on a business trip. Anything if you can't make it to the gym. These are great.
They are really, I love to wrap them up, throw them in a suitcase, and in your hotel room you can do exercises with them.
And it's amazing how difficult it can make an exercise, that's for sure.
Trust me.
Definitely.
I work out with Darius once in a while, and she can be killer with bands. Okay, carry on.
Okay, and then we have glides. So the glides are a great little torture tool also. You can do things on your hands, planks, and you can slide. You can put them on your feet, you can put them on your hands, you can do lunges. There's so many things you can do with glides.
Now, if you have glides and you're thinking about getting them and working out with them at home, can you do it on tile with grout? They will move along on that?
You can do it on tile, and if they're slippery enough on the back and relatively new, you can even do it on a flat, low-pile carpet.
So you can. Okay,
yeah.
Let's summarize, though, where we can get some of these things and what you want to look for. The Target, Amazon, discount stores all have these things, Dara? You don't really have to go to a high-end fitness.
Nope, and you can even get them at garage sales, or if people are getting rid of their equipment, keep an eye out for it on Craigslist or things like that. You can find used equipment.
All right, you've told us about the things we can do with one of these, with each one of these, but if someone was going to start and say, okay, I am going to get into this, and you were going to come back in 2 weeks and show us some things to do, what would you recommend we start with?
I would say probably the most expensive thing would be the medicine ball. The cheapest thing is probably tubing. So let's start with tubing.
All right, we'll start with tubing, and if you get your medicine ball, maybe in 2 weeks we'll throw in one medicine ball workout in addition to tubing in 2 weeks. So go get your tubes, and if you get a looser one, you can always tighten up the tension, right?
And it depends too how far you stand apart on it. You can grab it underneath the handles. You can definitely modify the resistance on those bands.
We're going to start doing this, and we want you with us. So we're just like Healthy, Wealthy, and Wise, the first and third Mondays, we're going to have Dara back so we can all start working out together. Thanks, Dara.
You're welcome.
If you need any help with this, just email me or get in touch with me on Facebook too. Let's go back to John.
All right, rocks, Dara. Listen to this. Speaking of getting fit, Oprah Winfrey's joining forces with Weight Watchers. The former talk show host is buying a 10% stake in the weight loss company for about $43 million. And she's joining the board of directors. This means Weight Watchers can now use Winfrey's name and image, and she'll make personal appearances for the company. A New York passenger detained here in South Florida for allegedly punching a flight attendant is making his first court appearance. Find out the latest on his case when we return.
Now South Florida, stories everyone's talking about right now. Making sure you're in the know.
With new information before everyone else.
It's a bold new way to get your news. The Now, South Florida, weekdays at 4 on WPTV News Channel 5.
Recently, 2 children were missing. We broke it in the morning. By the time Today on 5 ended, we had them reuniting with their families.
That's one of the most amazing parts of this job. You're there for the best and the worst parts of people's lives. It's an incredible honor.
I'm a third-generation lawyer in my family. Before my mom passed away, I promised her that I would dedicate my career to helping others. Help me make good on that promise. Call a lawyer you can trust.
Call me, Attorney Craig Goldenfarb.
We took America's best-selling car and turned everything up a notch. The Toyota Camry. What bold moves will you make? Get a low 0.9% APR for 72 months on a new 2016 Toyota Camry. Toyota, let's go places.
We'll have you smiling again. Ferber Dental Group.
Thought about getting dental implants, but held off because you thought you couldn't afford them? Now you can. At the Ferber Dental Group, our implants start at just $4.99. Our experienced doctors have an expert, affordable solution to solve your dental problems and a payment plan to fit into your budget. So call the Ferber Dental Group today, and we'll have you smiling again.
Now open in Boca and Lake Worth.
Devonshire at PGA National has a fresh new look. Our Palm Beach Gardens community has elegant new apartment finishes and a beautifully renovated clubhouse. Come and see why we're Southeast Florida's premier retirement destination.
I have lived here for 15 years. I have never looked back, never a worry, never a concern. I'm enjoying life very, very much, and that makes me happy.
When you have all the services that we have, it just leaves you free to have your own life. That's what puts a value in life.
You certainly have the peace of mind, and I think that has a real value. We're in the place we want to be.
Call today for your free brochure and ask how you can customize your new home using Devonshire's professional design services.
Personal injury attorneys have a bad reputation, but I'm proud that I've dedicated my career to fighting insurance companies that treat people unfairly. If the insurance company is giving you the runaround, call a lawyer you can trust.
Call me, Attorney Craig Goldenfarb.
We're waiting to learn the fate of a New York man who allegedly punched a flight attendant on a flight to West Palm Beach. He was set for a bond hearing in federal court this morning. Investigators say the man was on board a JetBlue flight Thursday when he hit the victim in the face. He also said, according to sources, that he would blow the plane up. The suspect has been in jail in Palm Beach County since the alleged incident and is charged with interfering with a flight attendant and threatening to destroy an aircraft. He is set to be back in court later this month for an arraignment.
Police are searching for the person who shot a man in the leg Saturday night. The victim has been identified as Fortunato Regelman. Police say the incident happened in the parking lot of a BP gas station on Boynton Beach Boulevard. If you have any information, you're asked to please call Crime Stoppers at the number on your screen.
Right now, some residents in South Hutchinson Island are being told to boil the water they use for drinking and cooking. A leaky 16-inch water main is being blamed for this. It's now being repaired. Fort Pierce Utilities says the boil water order will remain in effect until 3 tomorrow afternoon. The area affected includes South Hutchinson Island, south of Anacostia Place, and then north of the Martin County line. The Port of Palm Beach has more capacity after a more than $27 million slip restoration project. Right now, the port, which is the fourth busiest in the state, is set to undergo a more than $9 million renovation of docking spot berth 17. The current seawall is about 60 years old. The project is expected to provide more than 20 construction jobs, and that construction is set to begin early next year.
450 new jobs with an average salary of $85,000 a year could be coming to Palm Beach Gardens. Tomorrow, county commissioners are expected to vote on $3 million worth of incentives for the United Technologies project. The project was approved earlier this month to break ground at Donald Ross Road and I-95. The eventual economic impact during 5 years of operation is expected to be more than $600 million. Palm Beach County parents, you'll want to hear this. The school board says money for county school repairs is shrinking. The school district is considering asking the public to vote for a property or a sales tax increase. The district is paying off hundreds of millions of dollars worth of bonds that funded school construction projects during the past 20 years. As a result, funding for maintenance has been slashed. Superintendent Dr. Robert Avosa has ordered 2 independent reviews of district finances and the conditions of its schools.
Speaking of the schools, there's going to be a lot of focus on school buses this week, as if there isn't already in Palm Beach County. But this week, it's National School Bus Safety Week.
NBC's Chris Clackham explains why the message that safety experts are trying to get out might surprise you.
We've all been horrified by the disturbing videos of drivers ignoring stopped school buses and the near tragic results.
Oh my God!
He came here, wouldn't stop, so I just backed up a little.
As the semi went by, there's nothing but dust, and I thought she was dead.
Incidents like this are at the forefront during this National School Bus Safety Week. But experts maintain riding a school bus remains the safest way to transport a child to and from school.
They're those big yellow vehicles. They're conspicuous, they're easy to see. And they're high. They've got all the kids up high out of the crash zone. It is the way to get kids to school if you want them to arrive safely.
Still, there's a push for features like longer stop arms and mounted cameras outside and inside the bus to encourage safe driving by everyone, including school bus drivers.
School bus drivers should not be texting or talking on the phone. We want to make sure that those drivers are as safe as they can be. And in fact, almost all school buses have inward-facing cameras.
But the larger problem remains other drivers, who a recent survey just revealed committed more than 78,000 illegal passing violations in a single day. Chris Clackham, NBC News.
Governor Scott will be in Juno Beach later today. He'll make an announcement on the state education budget. It kicks off at FPL at 2:45 this afternoon, and you can download our WPTV app for updates. You're still going to be able to grab a bite to eat at Testa's on the island for at least another 2 seasons. According to the owners, a pending lawsuit is going to hold up their plans to renovate the current space for at least that long. The plan calls for more than 120,000 square feet of a new building on 401 Sienna, and it would include underground parking and condos. The town gave final approval to the plan in the spring, but 2 residents in the town and the preservation group said that they were going to appeal that approval.
One of your favorite Today Show hosts will be in West Palm Beach today. Tamron Hall will be speaking at the Urban League of Palm Beach County's Youth Empowerment Luncheon. It's today at noon. It happens at the Palm Beach County Convention Center. She seems to have had a nice time last year, so she's back for more.
Doesn't mind coming back, and she looks like she made it fun, so they wanted her back too. Coming up, what you need to know so you stay healthy, wealthy, and wise.
Plus, why Amazon is going after some people who file reviews about the company online.
Whew, that was close. Come on!
Uh-oh, better get Maaco. For a limited time, take advantage of Maaco's $149 bumper special. Maaco, America's Body Shop.
We all know the expression, in the palm of your hand. But what does that really mean? At Palm Beach State College, it means having the opportunity to discover and the ability to define your own future. Choose from the many different career paths you can take, or pursue a whole new direction. High-quality education, affordable tuition, more personalized learning. It's all here in the palm of your hand. Enroll today, Palm Beach State College.
Need a reason to smile? Sage Dental invites you to experience quality dentistry while relaxing in our comfortable, state-of-the-art facilities. Worried about high fees? Sage Dental makes dental care affordable with our new patient packages. For a limited time, receive an exam, x-rays, and cleaning, all for only $69 for adults, $49 for kids. And with so many locations to choose from, we make your visit convenient too. Call now to schedule your appointment. 844-MY-SAGE-9. Sage Dental. All dentistry, one place.
After a car accident, the insurance companies are not your good neighbor and they're not on your side.
It was a big insurance company and they seemed to have a lot of experts on their side, and I was just me by myself. I would use the word relief and peace of mind when thinking about the Craig Galdefar experience, because he basically just took the whole weight off my shoulders.
Call a lawyer you can trust. Call me, attorney Craig Goldenfarb.
Tonight and tomorrow, the last battle rounds are here, and with one still left for each coach, this could be their most important decision yet.
Please let me borrow that cane so I can go beat Adam with it.
And then,
Blind Spot is fall's #1 new show.
That girl has information on her body that she needs to disappear.
New Blind Spot. After the Emmy-winning Voice, you must see Monday on NBC.
Whew, that was close. Come on!
Uh-oh, better get Mako. For a limited time, take advantage of Mako's $149 bumper special. Mako, America's Body Shop.
Time and temperature from TD Bank.
Time to get spooked during breakfast. Scary face pancakes have returned to haunt IHOP. It's going to be on the menu for just a couple more weeks to the end of the month. Each order comes with fluffy, oversized buttermilk pancakes topped with a bright whipped topping smile and eyes and a strawberry for a nose. Young guests will receive 2 mini Oreos and 8 pieces of sweet candy corn. They can use the toppings to give their pancake a creative candy face.
That's a pretty good deal. Amazon is going after people who reportedly sell fake reviews for products on its website. The company says more than 1,000 people sold 5-star reviews through a website claiming 5-star reviews for a seller's products. The company is suing those people for breach of contract. Nearly half of Americans know someone who's been a victim of identity theft, including themselves. This is according to a report released today by Bankrate.com. The report says 77% of Americans are frightened of identity theft, but many are not taking the necessary precautions to protect themselves from it.
Drones are expected to be on the wish list for thousands this holiday season. It's a hobby that has aviation officials pressing for more education. The FAA expects about 1 million drones will fly off store shelves and into gift boxes. So aviation officials are left wondering how to educate drone users on the safety and the rules surrounding a hobby that is skyrocketing in popularity.
No one wants a drone hitting them in the head. No one wants a drone coming through their car or an airplane for that matter.
No, we don't. And the FAA says the number of pilots who are now reported seeing drones mid-flight is more than doubling just in the past year, and they're expected to quadruple by next year. And that is scary because the odds are just going the wrong direction toward this having a safe ending.
We're heading into a really different era of aviation.
Well, it's very frightening
drones.
when you're flying and you think that people don't mind having a... Why would you think you can fly a drone in a path of an airliner? I just don't get it. And to think that that's done, there's going to be some very sad result, I'm afraid, before it really gets changed.
Time now, 11:39. A penny saved is a penny gained. And what power does emotion have on you?
Also, Chef Pantone is here making a healthy sweet treat. You're going to love it. It's all next in our Healthy, Wealthy, and Wise segment.
This is the home that you made. This is the bowl that inspired your first dinner party that made a mess that you'll deal with later because it's time for charades in the home that you made. Unique finds, amazing prices. Home Goods. Make home yours.
Hi. Hi. Do your dentures come with a guarantee?
Oh, no, dentures don't. But this thing did.
I'll be right with you. Okay, let's try something new.
Hi. Do your dentures come with a money-back guarantee?
Absolutely.
Did you hear that?
They already know.
At Aspen Dental, we get you dentures in days. And if you're not completely satisfied, we'll refund your money. Now that's doing dentistry differently. Just call 1-800-ASPEN-DENTAL.
It's really traumatic. And especially at my age, to be in a car accident, it is horrifying. It really is. When you're in a car accident, you're not a whole person anymore. And Gordon and Donna made me whole. As an educator, we communicate. And with Gordon and Donna, they did educate me and let me know exactly what was going to happen all through the process. They pieced my life back together, and it was the best decision, really, that I've made.
Gordon and Donna, for the injured.
This is it. Schumacher's 2015 closeout is underway. 2016s are coming, so every car and truck we sell is discounted. Thousands off MSRP, cashback savings, low-rate financing. Smart buyers wait for this time of year. With 9 car lines and thousands of vehicles, this is it. Schumacher's 2015 closeout. Now's the time to make your move.
Come join the family at Schumacher.
Are you having trouble understanding speech in noisy settings like busy restaurants? Do you often have to turn up the TV in order to hear it? If so, you may be eligible to take part in a new program from Zounds Hearing called the 7-Day Challenge. Zounds Hearing is seeking 100 people with hearing problems to evaluate a revolutionary state-of-the-art hearing aid. Please get a pencil now. To take part in this special event, you must call the number listed below to be connected to your local Zounds Hearing location. Zounds Hearing is seeking 100 people with hearing problems to evaluate a state-of-the-art hearing aid that eliminates up to 90% of unwanted noise. This breakthrough product is only available at Zounds Hearing and is 100% rechargeable. You'll never change batteries again. Consultations provided at no charge. Call the number listed below now for details.
This is the home that you made. This is the ottoman that hides the toys and can also be used for something a little more grown up in the home that you made. Unique finds, amazing prices. Home Goods, make home yours.
It is time for another segment of Healthy, Wealthy, and Wise. We want to start with Healthy and Chef David Pantone, the Dean of the Lincoln Culinary Institute. And we've been asking David, after all the healthy dishes he's made for us, we thought, third Monday of the month, let's go something a little sweet. And
sure.
If you, again, we say it every Monday when David is here, but if Chef Smell-O-Vision, once again, I've already got my spoon ready to
Can they just all come down to the studio?
I know, just start eating. So what are we making that's sweet and healthy?
Sweet it's still live in moderation. A little bit of sweet treat is okay. So these are apples, right? This is apple season. We have amazing apples. God bless America. We have some of the best apples in the world. And Benjamin Franklin said, an apple a day keeps the doctor away. I don't know if he knew why, but the antioxidants in the apples are one of the highest of all of our common foods. The Granny Smith and the Fuji are number like 11 and 12 of the antioxidants.
Good to know.
That takes care of all the things that break us down every day. The antioxidants repairs. Plus, huge in fiber. Fiber helps in a million different things in our body. So I've got whole wheat flour here, a little bit of sugar, a little bit of baking soda.
What do you tell people who don't like whole wheat flour? Do they really know the difference?
Why don't you like it?
Okay,
That's shame on you.
Okay, good
That's
news.
what flour tastes like. It has flavor as opposed to just white, powdery, processed stuff.
Apples.
Lots of apples. The apples are the key. I've got a little bit of oil in there, a couple of eggs, and some vanilla if you want to add those in there.
Okay, there we go.
This is like really easy peasy. It doesn't take two professionals like you and I to make this one.
This is a quick dessert at night. You get unexpected company, isn't it?
Yeah, for the kids or for anybody. You just stir it together. It makes like a simple cake batter. Right?
Now, can you overstir this? Is this one of those dishes?
You probably could if you were really bored, but
right.
it only takes a few moments, that's it. Right in the pan.
You foil line the pan and spray it?
Yeah, because this is a kind of ooey gooey thing. So I sprayed it, just push that down a little bit.
Wow, simple.
And then a streusel topping, right? Cinnamon, huge anti-inflammatory. So I used to make the streusel by cutting the butter with either the fork or the pastry cutter, your fingers. Just today, a little bit ago, I said, why don't I just make it inside the bag? I had everything in the bag. My fingers didn't even get dirty. That's
and so you've got a little butter in the streusel, but a lot of cinnamon and sugar?
Yes. Not so much sugar. Again, some more whole wheat flour.
Okay.
And then that just goes in the oven.
Wow.
Voila. About 350, maybe 20 minutes.
Oh, this
one
is
just,
hot
that's
out
still
of the
hot.
oven.
I just took that out today. We made fresh, live on 5.
Wow. The recipe is on the website. I'm going to take a taste of this while John talks wealthy, and we'll then join Terry in just a moment with Wise. John, take it away.
Yeah,
well,
we're just sitting here kind of drooling, looking over that way, but okay, if we have to. Let's improve your wealth. Joining me now is financial advisor Dave Wentley. Today's lesson, a penny saved is a penny earned. You heard that old adage, right? The cost of banking, ATM fees, overdraft fees, and the number of free or unfree checking accounts has risen. With that said, you want to know the ways that you can save money. Dave, hello. Good to see you again.
Good to see you too.
All right. Well, it seems that the banks just kind of sock it to us and we just sort of take it. How high have some of these fees become?
In the last 10 years, they've gone up astronomically. It is getting more and more expensive for us to gain access to our own money. We're seeing it mostly in the ATM fees, especially if you go to your out-of-network ATM fee. you're out shopping, you're in a hurry, you're in a pinch, you need to get money, so you go to it without knowing if that's not on your network, it's going to cost you over $4, $4.50.
You know, that's crazy that it's that much, because I remember when it was $1 and we all went, wow.
I remember
and
that
now,
too.
Like I said, you just take it and they keep on jacking it up.
Exactly. If you're bouncing checks and nobody likes to, but occasionally it happens, we're paying a lot more, and those fees are continuing to rise, and I think that's the trend going further.
So what's the reason behind all this?
Well, there's a lot of regulation that's come into the banking system since the financial crisis. There's a lot of costs involved in running banks now, and those costs are being passed on to you and me. They're doing it as carefully as they can, as stealthily as they can, but we're absorbing some of those costs.
Well, they're pretty good at it. You know? And now it seems like if you don't use your own ATM from your network, etc., if you have to go inside the bank, they stick it to you some more for using a teller. They prefer that you not do that.
Right.
You bank online. You take care of business over the phone, whatever, but not go step inside the bank.
I tell people, just like you're shopping for a new car or if you're looking for a washer and dryer, you're shopping around.
Right.
Go find a bank that suits your needs, but check in, see what their fees are. See which network they are with the ATM if you use the ATM. Understand the policy on their overdraft charges. There are ways to come around it. I tell people, look at credit unions. By and large, they tend to be the least costly places to keep your money.
Right. I belong to a credit union, and I can vouch for that. You are correct. All right, financial pro Dave Wentley, thank you. We'll see you again next time.
Absolutely.
Let's go back over to Roxanne with a guest.
All right, let's get our dose of wisdom now with Terry Lyles, lifestyle coach, and talking about the power of emotion. Talk about being a lifestyle manager and talking and emotions together, because emotions do direct much of our lives and our lifestyles, don't they, Terry?
Actually, all of our lives, which is interesting.
Everything's emotionally driven, isn't it?
Emotion is motion. So when we get either hijacked inside, when somebody hits one of our buttons, or we have a thought or a feeling or something that happens, our emotions will flow. That's normal and natural. The question is, what flow is it? Is it a positive flow or a negative flow of emotion? They're very different.
Well, how do we control them? Because, you can do a knee-jerk reaction, and people walk in, I quit my job today. You're joking, but they did it. Or I told off somebody and you got in big trouble, or you get into a fight. I mean, how do you control it?
Well, that's a great question. And in sports science, we've been doing this for almost 2 decades. It was really diligently for about a solid decade. And it's really teaching people how to control their emotions through physiology. So believe it or not, emotion is the unseen part of our ignition, but the other part of that ignition is the energy level that goes with it. So you're either up here or you're down here. So by breathing correctly, you can actually convert negative to positive emotions in about 20 seconds through breath control. That's what we train athletes and pilots how to do.
So instead of, and I think about the athlete or a pilot in a moment of panic.
Yes.
And an emotion takes over. How do you control it? I don't know what to do, so I just did, and it was the wrong thing to do. How do you control that you have to take that extra moment to think it through?
It's kind of like something that would go wrong right now on this set for you. You just roll through it. You know why? Because you're trained. You're good at what you do. So in those scenarios you gave, they just react, and then they can think about it, and the emotion will run, and then they can process it. But for people that aren't trained that way, that's why I coach and train many people, is because if you don't have that training, you will react, and it could be an inappropriate reaction, and if it is, it could be life and death, depending on what your job is.
So you do have to coach yourself to breathe and become, as you said, we roll through it, no matter how, thank you for the compliment, but whether you're good or not, we're trained to go with it, but to think it through as we go. So do that at home before you react with a child or a spouse or a coworker.
It's that mental pause of just stepping away and saying, what just happened for a moment? And being able to take a breath, and specifically a couple of breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth, just to kind of get your thoughts together, collect yourself, and move on, because breath is the power of life. And it's the first thing we do out of our mother's womb, and it's the last thing we do before the tomb. You need it, and you need to know how to regulate it.
And start using it. Sounds like we've got a lot of useful information in our Healthy, Wealthy, and Wise today, from working out to breathing and some healthy sweets as well. I'm going to go back over there, but thank you for this insight. I think there's a lot more to talk about here.
Sure.
We might want to continue it. Thank you, Terry, very much.
Thank you.
I'm coming over for dessert fast.
Yeah, come on. I'm thinking, I wonder how she's going to control her emotions when it comes to this beautiful dessert here.
Come to your emotional rescue.
And this didn't take very long.
No.
This is
20 minutes in the oven, 5 minutes
I said
to
I'd
scale
share.
it out.
Are you going to try it?
Oh my gosh,
it's delicious.
Sure.
Thank you, Chef, so much.
Always
Once
a
again,
pleasure.
the recipe's on the website, WPTV.com. Oh, look who's trying to get in on the action here.
Glenn.
And if you're interested in getting more information, or you'd like Chef Pantone to modify a recipe or one of your favorite dishes, or Terry or Dave to talk about something healthy, wealthy, and wise is every 2 weeks. So just get your emails or questions to us, and we'll be happy to get it to the right channels.
Fantastic.
To get the answers. You're going to love this. All right, we'll be back with more in just a moment, but first you want to get over to Glenn. Oh, no wonder you couldn't come in.
Right.
I'll save you dessert,
He remembered
okay?
he had some work to do.
I'll
It was
save
like
you
one of
some.
those old cartoons where the smell like guides you over across the room, but then you have to do some weather. All right, a quick look at the Jupiter Inlet camera, and here's what we're looking at. So let me get out of the way so you can see this for this afternoon. It is rough out there, and seas can reach 10 to 12 feet today as winds continue to blow out of the northeast at about 20 to 30 miles per hour and gusty. That's pretty amazing stuff. Let's take a look at this, though. Here's the Vipercast for winds for the rest of the afternoon and into tomorrow as well. And this is 11:30, so we're starting right around a little bit earlier this morning than 20 minutes ago or so, and into 3:30 this afternoon. And winds still at about 25 to 26 miles per hour, gusting up higher than that, obviously, but staying windy. And then tonight, check this out. Vipercast coming up with winds that are 29, 30 miles per hour, even more than that during the evening and overnight hours. Now, tomorrow, the pressure gradient that's causing this wind right now will start to ease up a bit, and winds will calm down a little. Not much. It'll still be 15 to 25 mile per hour winds with higher gusts, so it's still going to be a windy day, but not quite as windy as today. We do have the potential for some fast-moving showers to sweep on through the area over the next few days. And in fact, through most of the week, there will always be this chance for a few showers to move on shore. But rain chances are pretty slim, less than 20% today and tomorrow, and only about 20% or so for the rest of the week. So have an umbrella handy, but I don't even know if you'll have time to get it out before these showers whip on through. They'll be moving so quickly from east to west. Beach forecast for today, dangerous seas, obviously. Overhead surf, the rip current risk very, very high. Our high temperatures today will end up mainly in the low 80s today. Those northeasterly winds staying strong through the rest of the day and into the overnight hours. Tonight, a few fast showers possible overnight tonight. Temperatures in the 70s. Tomorrow, a little less windy than today. Maybe a degree or so warmer as well. Partly sunny skies. Still feeling good, though. That's the thing about the wind. If there's any benefit to this wind at all, it's that it's making it very comfortable temperature-wise outside. In fact, our temperatures stay in the low to mid 80s all the way through the next 7 days. Rain chances hanging out in the 20 to 30% range until Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, which looks like some drier air will move in. So a lot of sunshine, lower chances for rain, but still breezy to windy conditions.
All right.
Glad you can talk. I've got my mouth full.
I just gulped real fast.
We're just talking about what food's on next week.
That's right. We're already thinking ahead. All right, we'll be right back.
When it's 5 o'clock on News Channel 5, you need to know what's happening right now. Local coverage everywhere.
We are also getting several of your photos.
Steve Regal.
We still have very heavy rain.
That's right. The big news is the weather.
The only local chopper getting you breaking news first.
Breaking right now. Homes evacuated.
Now that's local coverage you can count on. WPTV News Channel 5.
When you're in pain, an hour seems like a day seems like a month. Resolute Pain Solutions offers same-day, next-day appointments for evaluation and treatment. Our pain management specialists have the knowledge and experience in state-of-the-art procedures to relieve pain and get you moving. Patients in pain no longer have to endure unnecessary suffering while waiting for an appointment. Resolute Pain Solutions. Stop hurting. Start living today. Visit resolutemd.com/TV.
Car accident?
People are talking about Steinger is going green, and here's why.
After Jenny's accident, they got her $76,000.
Oh, yeah? Tell me more. For Joseph's accident, they got him $500,000.
Wow, keep talking. And for Diane, Steinger is going green got her $1.9 million.
$1.9 million? Now you're talking.
If you've been injured in a car accident, find out why people are talking about Steinger is going green.
800-561-1111.
Seacoast Bank and WPTV News Channel 5 are back in action for the Bill Brooks Food for Families food drive, and it's been kicked into high gear.
We're all dedicated to making South Florida a better place to live. It's our community commitment.
While life happens around us, people are suffering, but
Donating is as simple as dropping food off at any Seacoast bank.
be part of the Bill Brooks Food for Families food drive. Call this number or go online. Together, we can make a difference.
Tragically, in an accident, sometimes we must face the reality that a loved one will pass.
If they were the main provider for the family, there's a good chance they had a life insurance policy that would allow the family to carry on. Unfortunately, some insurance companies are denying benefits with the knowledge of the passing. It's wrong and it's unfair. If you've been denied benefits due to the death of a loved one, call Lytle, Ryder, Smith, Ivy, and Fronrath. We will fight for your rights.
Did you know that eating blueberries can improve your memory as you age? Or that adding more vegetables to your diet can reduce your risk of heart disease? As a registered dietitian, you can help others prevent disease and promote a healthy lifestyle. Kaiser University's bachelor's degree in dietetics and nutrition can be a foundation to a healthy lifestyle and a new career. Call Kaiser today to learn how you can prepare for a degree in dietetics and nutrition.
Closed captioning on WPTV is sponsored by Bethesda Health.
It's almost 11:57 and our time is just about up for today, but we know you're anxious to know what's happening tomorrow right here on Today on 5 at 11. Are you ready to rock with Bach? Sandra Barron with the Grace Notes Foundation is in the building tomorrow. The foundation is putting on a concert at the Harriet Himmel Theater at City Place called Bach and the Beatles. Sounds good. We're hearing about it first and telling you how you can help some local kids become musicians. And if you're looking for some quick desserts to make this holiday season, look no further. We're making 5-ingredient desserts. So make sure you tune in tomorrow for Today on 5 at 11. All right, now here are the 5 things you need to know before you go. Police in Bradenton say they've recovered the body of who they believe to be a missing 11-year-old girl, Janiyah Thomas. Police say the girl's body was found in a freezer at a family member's house. Her mother is in jail this morning. She was in court last Friday and was ordered to turn over 4 of her 5 kids.
We're expecting to learn more about what led up to the moment a Palm Beach Gardens police officer shot and killed Corey Jones yesterday morning. The family tells us he was broken down on the southbound ramp of I-95 before that shooting. The Palm Beach County Sheriff's Office is now investigating. The officer involved has been placed on paid administrative leave.
The New York man who allegedly punched a flight attendant in the face on a JetBlue flight to West Palm Beach was in federal court for a bond hearing. The suspect has been in jail in Palm Beach County since the alleged incident and charged with interfering with a flight attendant and threatening to destroy an aircraft.
A Fort Pierce couple is charged with child neglect. Joseph and Dorothy Gore were arrested at their home last week. Their 3 children, ages 3 to 9, smelled of urine and feces. Their home had no food. It was covered in filth. Both are out of jail this morning.
We could find out as soon as today whether Vice President Joe Biden will be running for the White House. NBC News is reporting a decision could come any day now. Over the weekend, Biden reportedly talked to big stakeholders. He is reaching out to Democratic strategists about how to launch his 2016 bid.
All right, let's take one last look at this forecast, and it's going to stay windy through the rest of the day and into tonight. And even tomorrow, it's going to be pretty windy. Winds 15 to 25 tomorrow and gusting higher than that. Each day, a chance for a few fast-moving showers. Not a lot of rainfall, just a little here and there. And as I mentioned earlier, you might not even have time to get your umbrella out before the shower blows on through.
Oh, with the wind, it'll blow the umbrella anyway.
You gotta be careful with that umbrella.
I was along the Intercoastal today, and it was just brutal, that wind. And you got out of the car, and it was cool.
Yeah, anytime there's nothing to block it, it's going to be messy.
Wide open.
Even far inland, I've had emails from people that live inland with dirt and stuff blowing and just been poor visibility on some of the roads and things like that.
We'll see how my Dustmobile looks tomorrow.
It won't stop the surfers, though, huh?
No. They kind of like it. I think it's kind of like a washing machine out there. A lot of sloshing around, but
we do have rips, though, and everything, right? Very dangerous out there if you're not experienced. Thank you for joining us today. We hope you have a great afternoon, and we'll look for you tomorrow morning.
So long, everybody. Bye-bye.
Today on Rachel Ray. Get happy with a Michael Strahan-powered Nano.
That does not look like the same human being.
Make new friends with a 30-minute dinner party stunner.
Woo! Look at that!
And discover 3 words that will take you to your happy place. Pastrami, pastrami, pastrami.
Those are gorgeous.
And now, are you ready for Rachel?
ever get Michael booked on this show, because he, like me, has so many jobs that make your head spin. GMA, your live show, the football is it peak season now. It's crazy.